Sounds good. Yeah, let's just go with Mahalo. And he did not pay Ingrid to say. And he did not pay Ingrid to say all those nice things about him. I'm great. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here. Okay, okay. So I have to earn my way to the podcast. Got it. I got it. Thank you. Second. Yeah, yeah. Seattle. I bought it from Ingryd. Creatively, yeah. That's true. That's true. It was a collaboration. Yeah. Oh, sure. True, true. But that money is meant to make money, not to, you know, pay the mortgage. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think on that deal, I was talking to Pace about it as well because it was such a cool story about how the whole community came together. Because I found that deal through, I mean, Justin Tuminowski, who's my good friend, he reached out to you when he found out that we're looking to relocate. And so that was the first involvement of someone else in the community. Then the TC was Lily, who is in the community, and we actually signed at Squad Up Summit, where Lily came with the notary. We actually went out from one of the sessions to get this to get the document signed. And because of the timeline of selling our home in Seattle, we were actually going to use a private money lender who was also going to be from the community. So it's like all these things kind of came together, which was pretty fun. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Hmm. Yeah, it's exactly for, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and it's true. It's a 2x impact, right? You're moving from 10 transactions to actually 20 families. So what are we talking about, Ingrid? Well, our deadly duo is most known for creative listing, so I guess that's what we're talking about. Hmm. Hmm. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to start by looking at creative listing? Right. Well, creative listing is something that Ingrid and I built, and then looking back, we were kind of thinking that this would actually have been super useful in my case in the transaction that I was in need of because I was looking for a creative property, and we didn't have a place where we could look at listings at properties that are for sale creatively. And in conversations that we were having with Pace, we came with the idea of actually building it. So we discussed a few options. We started prototyping and we put something together. We went live with this, when was it, June of this year? And since then, we've been adding quite a bit of features, quite a bit of functionality. We're still at very early stages as far as a platform like this goes. And we have quite the roadmap ahead of us. And I'm sure that we'll talk about that a little bit. But essentially, creative listing, think of it as a platform to come and buy or sell houses creatively, but not just creatively. You can do that with cash listings as well. And yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes it. So yeah, this is the platform. As Ingrid said, it's free to sign up. You do need to create an account for now, and you can start browsing different properties. You can like, what do you want to look at, Ingrid? Let's look at some properties. Do you have some of yours that are here that we can look at? Sure. Give me an address or a city. I think you have some in Flagstaff. Is that right? Or one in Flagstaff? Oh no. Okay. Okay. We're not gonna go. That's for W. I don't see it. Let's look at, let's just pick up a property in Phoenix. That's good. I actually saw it. I think 114. Yeah. Hmm. Is it on here? It says no. Hmm. We'll check. Let's just pick a property in Phoenix. It's okay. All right. So first of all, you see all these color codes here. We have a small little legend here at the bottom. This tells us that most of these are actually subject to, and quite a few seller finance deals as well, which is pretty nice. Also a lease option. Look at that. This one's a lease option. So that is the first thing that is unique about creative, right? That creative listing. This one? Okay. Okay. You see it? Yeah, you see it. I had to switch that. Oh yeah, look at that. Total house offer. Yep. So beautiful property. I don't know. Maybe, maybe a bit far away from me. Let me see. Where is this? That's a bit far away. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at this beautiful property. We like it. What can we do here? Well, we actually have a bunch of information that is your company and an email and a phone number, so I can pick up the phone and call Tammy. Yes, Gary, it is nationwide. Um, and I can also message the seller. This is actually something that we rolled out recently. I know, Ingrid, you're excited about this year to start. All right. Uh, it's okay. It's nothing too flashy, and I actually think that Pace's team did a great job with the design. I just implemented their instructions. So if you want to give them credit, give them credit. If you want to blame them, blame them. So you can message the seller. You can save the listing, of course, like basic functionality, and you can also submit an offer here. If you submit an offer, Tammy is going to get a notification about that, and then you can coordinate a transaction directly. Right now, we don't take any part. Like creative listing is just a matchmaker, right? It doesn't take any part in the transaction. We want to facilitate the conversation between buyers and sellers, and that's where we are right now. And as I mentioned, we have a bunch of things that we want to add to make this experience even better for you. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting into troubleshooting. Um, yeah, I think that has to do with the fact that we're opening this up in a new browser, so we're resetting the context here. Uh, Thanks for addressing that. Yeah, for highlighting that. We can absolutely take a look over here. There's a little widget at the bottom of the screen that says feedback. If you click on this, if you either have a question on how to do something or submit a bug report like that one that you just brought up, click here, write a few sentences. If it's a bug, what would really, really help is a screenshot so that we can see what's going on to get to some additional context. And yeah, once you submit that, then we'll add it to the list and get it addressed. And yeah, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as I said, we built this out pretty quickly. You know, we focused on a lot of the main scenarios. If there are any sort of edge cases, like I was just having a conversation with someone who submitted a question through the feedback tool about a property that they wanted to list, where I'm not going to give the address, but I just want to show this here, where if you start typing, you know, 1, 2, 3, right? You get suggestions, and all of these are coming from Google. Now, I came to learn that in Texas, there are some addresses that on Zillow might show up with a town name that doesn't exist if you type in this address in Creative Listing. Creative Listing is just using a Google API. So essentially, that just means Google doesn't know about this. And it's very interesting how, you know, maybe if we have someone from Texas on the call, they can enlighten us about that. But I came to learn that the name that they were using for the city was actually a neighborhood or something like that. It wasn't an actual city. And Google had a completely different name for the city. It was the difference was between Georgetown, I think, and Andes or Andice. I don't know how you pronounce it. So very interesting, but yeah, there's some edge cases there that, of course, we would not have the bandwidth to actually address right away. So if you uncover things like that, I'm sure there was that. No, I didn't. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's that, well, if basically if it's not showing up here, then I would say go look at the address on Google, because this in this specific case, looking at the address on Google, Google Maps actually had the address with Andice, which is the name of the city, as opposed to Georgetown, which was the name that it had on Zillow. So um, look at Google. We do use Google as a source of truth because we believe they have all the addresses indexed pretty well. So yeah, yeah, and again, if you see any quirks or you're not sure, you can always message us. And yeah, yeah. Since you brought it up, did you want to talk about the do not disclose? Mhm. Yeah, so in this case, if the you would select the property address here, and if you click this box that says "Do not disclose the address publicly," we will only use this internally. So we won't communicate it to any potential buyers that we match this property with, and we won't show it when you look at it on the map or when you look at the property listing itself. The address won't show up, and that way you do have the option of, like, let's take a look. I saw one that was kind of top of the list. So this one, for example, I don't know who posted this. Let's see. Yeah, RHOI Properties. Okay, so they posted this house, and the address is undisclosed. If you look at the map, we are just using the zip code, and kind of putting a pin on the map in that zip code. So if you were to look at this to try to find it over here, you wouldn't be able to. But yeah, that's the undisclosed address feature. We addressed that as part of feedback that we received from one of our users here. Right. Yeah, this property seems like a pretty good deal. This property seems like a pretty good deal. I was just looking at it. It says low interest rate, super low entry fee. $17,000 to buy this house. Look at that. Try and follow. Oh, so if we filter available with anything else such as pending, probably want to scope it down to something. Yeah, I see both pending and anyway. Tammy, let's follow up. It seems like it's working. I don't know if this was a while ago. Maybe I don't know. I don't recall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Yeah, and and I think she was one of our earliest users. So I think Carlos has a question that's for you. Actually, a bit less now. I looked and I looked this morning and it was something like 36 or 37%. But yeah, it used to be 40% cash, everything else creative. Now it's around 36, 37. But yeah, we allow cash deals as well. Yeah. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. That's right. Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be this week, but I got sidetracked. But I am working on it, and I'll have it up and running. It was it was our good friend Chaz who asked me to implement something else instead. Hmm. That's still a pretty good entry fee, $8,000, no? Right. Yeah, and I think the question was also, or maybe a follow up to that question is, if I have a Morby method, can I list it here, right? And that's what Ingrid was asking me about because we had talked about it last week. It is coming very soon. You will be able to add Morby methods. And another thing that was requested in our last webinar is the ability to add multiple loans on a property, right? Because right now, if you create a listing and you add the, like, say it's a sub two, right? And then you get prompted to add the existing mortgage. If there is a mortgage and a HELOC, or I don't know, your favorite, the solar loans, then you don't have a place to do that. So you're kind of forced to do the math and add it all up in the PITI, which is not the greatest experience. So I have that in flight as well. Oh, those are not main things. Those are minor things. I think so. I think we're working on a few main things. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I didn't think of that. Ooh, I would say talk to our good friend Chad. No? Chad? Choquette? Yeah. Didn't he have a good strategy for that we were discussing? Yeah. Wasn't there a strategy that he was? Oh no, sorry. No, never mind. Never mind. His strategy was different. Yeah. I was gonna say Penny. Yeah. And then when you get it all figured out, list it on creative listing. Okay, Tammy, we follow up. Yeah, yeah. Mahali. Yeah. Well, do we want to tell them about what we're planning on building? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as I was saying, that the items that we talked about with the Morby methods and the loans are minor things. Something that is very popular right now in Pace's community with a lot of people is land and RV parks. So we will be adding those two asset types. Right now, we just have single family homes, and land is pretty much done. We've just been testing it with a few folks in our community who do that, who have businesses focused on land to get their feedback before we roll it out to everybody. We will probably do the same with RV parks. We know quite a few people who are running successful RV parks. Do you have an RV park? Oh, okay, got it. I was like, I hear. Yeah, yeah. So those are a few things that we're adding, as well as a bunch of behind the scenes improvements that we're always making that you don't always see because they're not front facing, but they're helping with the stability. Another one that is kind of big in terms of user experience is we've gotten some feedback around some of the properties not having an up to date status. Like, I'm not saying Tammy is at fault for this. I'm sure she wouldn't. But if she were to forget to update the status to pending or sold, if you guys sold one of your properties, then you might still get inquiries. People might still get excited about these opportunities, and then when they reach out, they either don't hear back or they hear that it's sold, right? So a bit of a poor experience there. So in order to address that, we're implementing a functionality where we're helping Tammy or other people who are posting listings to keep their listings fresh and to remind them to update in case the status has changed. Right, so that is coming up as well. Mhm. Right. I'm taking an action item now to change my button from refresh to an icon with a like, firing clock every day. It gets, it gets updated